In a quiet village, sunlight streams through the trees, casting warm rays on the cobblestone path. A young girl with a bright red backpack is walking alone, her face filled with determination. She stops at a locked gate and notices a small sign that says "Open the gate" in bold letters. The message is clear, and she pulls the handle with confidence. The gate swings open smoothly, revealing a beautiful garden behind it. She steps inside, her heart racing with excitement. The girl reaches the garden and sees a large fence with a sign that says "Don't touch the plants." She looks around nervously, her curiosity battling her caution. The plants are lush and vibrant, making her want to explore. But the sign reminds her of the rules, and she steps back, hands raised in respect. A bird flies by, chirping softly as she gazes at the greenery, clearly conflicted between action and obedience. She notices a boy nearby playing with a ball. The ball rolls near the fence and bounces over it. The boy looks at it, then at her, and finally at the sign. He shrugs and follows the ball, disappearing behind the fence. The girl watches him, her curiosity stronger than her caution. She takes a deep breath and decides to step forward, holding the ball gently in her hand. As the girl moves closer to the plants, a friendly voice calls from behind her. "Be quiet," the voice says, and the girl freezes mid-step. She turns to see an old woman with a gardening hat and a watering can. The woman continues, "This garden is very special. No loud noises allowed." The girl nods, understanding the importance of following the rules. Intrigued by the plants, the girl whispers, "May I?" The woman smiles and says, "Yes, but only if you listen." The girl agrees, and the woman instructs her, "Please sit down." The girl obeys, taking a seat on a soft patch of grass. The woman explains that the garden has magical properties and that visitors must follow the rules to stay safe. The girl gets up and walks slowly between the plants, her eyes wide with wonder. She notices a tall tree with a sign that says "Turn left" at the traffic lights. As she moves left, another sign appears, "Don't chase the birds." She pauses, respecting the rule, and looks up at a group of birds fluttering above. She admires them but does not follow, showing her growing understanding of the imperative structure. The girl approaches a doorway with a sign that says, "You must be quiet inside." She hesitates but then softly whispers, "I will." Inside, the air is calm and cool. She takes a deep breath and enters, her footsteps silent. The garden now feels alive, and she is determined to learn all the rules to explore it fully. Inside the garden, she finds a small pond with a sign that says, "Do not jump in." She looks around, seeing no one, and then steps cautiously toward the edge. The sign is clear, and she decides not to test it. Instead, she sits by the water, listening to the soft ripples and whispering to herself, "I will be quiet." The pond reflects the greenery around it, adding to the serene setting. The girl walks toward a tall tree with a red apple. There's a sign that says, "Take one apple, be careful." She reaches her hand out, carefully grasping the apple. The apple feels warm in her palm, and she smiles as she holds it aloft. The sign reminds her of the rules, but she feels a sense of accomplishment for obeying them. She exits the garden and walks through the village, practicing what she's learned. She sees a group of children running and shouts, "Be quiet." They stop, surprised, and then obey her. She also helps a man about to cross the road by shouting, "Turn left at the traffic lights." He hesitates but follows her advice, showing how useful imperatives can be in everyday life.